folks, it's Chris Gordon here with you, and today is something completely different. It is a celebration of 10 years that I've been spending on the 8-string guitar. I've been playing extended range guitars much longer than that, but it's been exactly 10 years, almost to the day, if not the day, that I have been playing 8-string guitars. So I wanted to share the licks. The very first licks I ever came up with when I got the guitar, my first 8-string, which I'll share with you, and the history behind it. So let's dig in and see what happens. So 10 years ago, I was living in Ocala, Florida, and lived at a house that I affectionately call the Ocala compound. And there are videos you've probably seen on YouTube of me playing from that place. Very much love it. So what I wanted to get into today was my first experience with the 8-string. And wasn't that much of a stretch in a sense, because I had been playing 7-strings for years. I got my first 7-string in 1999 when I was working on the Rasputin record with the great Michael Rapp and Ted Neely. And I still have it. It's right here. The Schecter 7, very beat up. Electronics are still hanging out of it, if you will. And this was the first guitar the first extended range guitar I ever got. And it was for the recording of that record. And the interesting story, quick story behind that was, we were in the studio one day, and Michael turned to me and he said, "Oh, I need this to double a really low part." So I started tuning my guitar down, and he said, "Oh, wait, that's not going to work because we have to do this live." And I said, "Oh, well, you probably need like a 7-string or something like that." So he graciously went and got me this, which I still have to this day. It's been heavily modified. It's got all kinds of crazy stuff on it. Don't ask me about the stripes. That's a whole other story for another video. And I think we were, I don't know, the day I got it, he called me and he said, "Hey, you got the guitar. I want you to go home for the next 3 days, and I want you to practice that guitar so that it is as comfortable as a 6-string. And that's what I did. And I immediately became completely enamored with it and comfortable with it. And over the years, I continued to collect 7-strings. I've had quite a few, but the only other one besides this one that I have left is this one. If anyone has seen some of my YouTube videos or even Facebook posts, you may recognize this beast. It's an amazing guitar, always played great. It needs a complete fret job. The frets are completely worn down to nothing. I don't know if you can even see this, but no, I don't think you can see that on the camera, but it's completely worn. Great guitar. 10 years ago, I was living in Ocala, Florida, and teaching at the Ocala Guitar Center, and a representative from Ditto Pedals had come in and asked if there was anyone who would, anyone on the teaching staff who would be interested in doing a demo of their Ditto pedal, which was a looper. It was the looper version. Really great guy, really great representative, and it's a great company. I don't own any of their stuff, so this isn't an endorsement. So the manager came to me and asked if I'd be interested, and I said, of course. It sounds like a great time. I had been doing guitar clinics for years, so this was something that sounded really fun to me. And at the time when I had first moved to Ocala, I moved very light, so I did not bring my collection with me. I think I brought one guitar with me. And I was thinking, it would be great if I had an extended range guitar. Interestingly enough, they had no 7-strings in stock, but what they did have was this. This was hanging on the wall. The Ibanez S8. And at the time, I had never played an A string before. I'd be playing this right now, except I snapped a string literally an hour ago, so I just didn't feel like restringing it. But this was my first A string, the Ibanez S8, and they graciously let me take it with me, because I think the clinic was scheduled for like 3 days later. So I said, hey, I'd love to do it on this. That way I can do a bass line, I can do some chords, I can do some, all that stuff. And they're like, hey, you know what? Take it with you. Get yourself familiar with it. And the funny thing is that at the end of the clinic, they forgot to, they for some reason, they couldn't pay me. I don't know the reason why. My memory's a little foggy. But what they did decide to do was let me keep this, and that was fair enough for me. I was happy, and it all worked out in the end. So there you have it, and that really began my journey. So that's where it all started. Just a long story longer, but the link in this description is the very first lick that I conjured on the S8. And what I did at the beginning of this video is, me doing it again. And this video here is a breakdown of it for those who are interested in what I was doing. All right, so there you have it. All right, folks, so let's break this down. I will tell you the initial lick came from something that I had already worked out on a 6th string, which was a B minor pentatonic. That was the initial idea. And that was just a way of moving a 3-note per string pentatonic around the fretboard. B, D, E, right? F sharp, A, and B. Pulling back off. Sliding into the A, B, D, F sharp, A, B. Pull on off. Sliding up to the A, B, D, F sharp, A, B. That's the general idea. Like, I'm just using those notes. So with the 8th string, as I said earlier in the video, more real estate, I just took that idea and just moved it down. Legato, just pulling off, hammering on, but just muting with the picking it. Shift, same way. Shift, skip, shift. Okay, so that's just the first half. Going up, same notes. Here I took another liberty. If you have 24 frets, use them. Coming back, then I did the old Guthrie Govan trick. Right? Now this idea, I'm just jumping an octave on the 7th string. sixth string to eighth. Just moving down in positions now. When I got here, I used my forearm, and that's going to be in another video where that was by accident and it ended up becoming something that was really helpful. So on that last line there, using the forearm there. So there you have it. Coming up. So there you have it, coming up. Stay tuned for part 2, and please subscribe to my channel, and also if you're interested in one-on-one virtual lessons, hit me up. I'm doing plenty of that, and I'm running a pretty cool fall special if you're interested. All right.